It's Perkins with an obvious betrayal there. Terrible play.
I've always wondered how in Iraq there's so much friendly fire. And I still wonder, because that was an obvious goal on his own teammate. He must have been sabotaging.
Speaking of sabotage, we are missing most of the commentary here, but that's fine, that's fine. Graphologist has spawned once again right next to the hill in that little rocky crevasse.
Oh, there's nothing more frustrating than a goal like that. It's just a spawn goal that you can't stop.
And that's a killing frenzy, and if we wait just a moment later, there's Graphologist in the background.
Hail to the king.
Amazing play, a hail to the king, and that's gonna piss off everybody, especially this one. We see here, Graphologist in that tank, and the blue team need him to stay in that tank.
What a fantastic placement for that power train. That tank's not doing anything anymore.
As we see, Boogie here reloading, he's only got one rocket left, and look at that shot!
He couldn't have placed it anywhere else and gotten the wonderful outcome that he did. That is fantastic.
He progresses to get into the Ghost, and I love this shot here. The Ghost looks so great on this map.
And look at this kill. I challenge you not to love that kill. And I challenge you to find this one anything but crude and ineffectual.
As Perkins kills himself there. Now look at these two tanks. That's Count on the right getting shot by Chuckbuster. Graphologist on the left with Nathan all over him. And as Count dies in the background, Graphologist with a very intelligent play.
I often think of Graphologist much like a serial killer. He's cold, he's hard, he doesn't have any mercy at all.
As we see him there dying from Chuckbuster, and he doesn't like that, so on the respawn, jumps on the man cannon, releases that rocket in midair, and if you look at this shot, that only just misses the Hornet.
Oh, it's missed by a hair's breadth.
Unfortunately, it has missed it, which means Chuckbuster's back in the hill. Let's look at that again from Graphologist's point of view, in the mid-air, releasing his load. And doesn't kill him. And fortunately for them, it's Poogie, who has the intelligent play, comes through the cave and lasers him away.
And then hides like a little intelligent girl underneath the flying machine.
But the red team are on a rampage here. They're getting heaps of time. And Countum's going to try and turn that all around here with this Banshee run. Spots Kill 'Em All on the ground and goes in for the splatter.
Ooh, very close, but no cigar for Countum there.
Now look in the background here at P13. That's Boogie Bang with the laser just missing Chuckbuster at that point. So now Countum's dead. And now Chuckbuster is desperately trying to work out where that laser shot came from.
But it's too late. Boogie comes in from the other side of the map with a fantastic laser.
Almost exactly what I was going to say. I'm sorry I interrupted you there. Now look at this second shot from him across the top of the hill. Just on the top of the turret there. Later on, warping with the man cannon, that's Kill 'Em All, and Perkins driving the Warthog, expertly driven.
Perkins doing everything he possibly can to help out the blue team.
by giving Poogie a double laser kill, but unfortunately, what they really need at this moment is time, and they're not getting any.
No, it's an unfortunate incident. And look at this, 229 to 103.
The Graphologist here with another intelligent play. Look at him using the landscape, using the terrain. Now those first two rockets he fired are gonna kill Chuckbuster, because Chuckbuster has no angle. And another brilliant play by Graphologist.
It's Gruff Manson. Or is it Gruff Dharma?
And as we see here, Kill 'Em All here releasing his rocket. Chris there just taking out the shield in time to give Kill 'Em All the double kill. And as they go in here for the final few seconds, look at the time. Look at Kill 'Em All's time. Dominating play, wouldn't you say so, Perkinator?
Oh, absolutely. There's nothing that they did that was even slightly challenging.
With that, I think it's time that we go straight into our
Top 5.
5, 4, 3.
Top 5. Please complete.
Number 5 here, Graphologist with a wonderful, intelligent play. As we see here deploying that shield between him and the Hornet.
Once again, I really think he is the serial killer of this game. And I think we should call him from now on the son of Gruff.
As we see here him preloading the laser so it's ready to shoot, while still taking cover behind the shield, which allows him just to easily walk out in front of Chuckbuster's Hornet and release his load.
This top 5 moment really has got to do as much with Gruff's skull as Chuckbuster's stupidity.
We see here Kill 'Em All getting the final kill there on Countum and smashing Plop Manus' rocket out of the way, but let's just look at that rocket. Look at that, it doesn't stop, it's perfectly weighted to keep on going back and forth. even as the game ends.
The top 4 moment of this week is thanks to physics.
And as we see,
And I think we all have physics to thank for very many of the things that we take for granted in our very lives.
I forgot that you spent your early years in New Zealand.
Oh, I did.
As we sit there, look at, I mean, I just love this. I could watch this all night long. It's a beautiful thing to watch at number 4.
You are a very peculiar person. That is for sure. And then there's Plopmania saying, "Hello, beautiful. Are you going my way?"
And there's nothing wrong with that until we zoom out enough to see that, what the hell is he doing in that particular precarious position of the Warthog? Let's go back and see how that happened. See him driving around there, just staying on the edge of the ledge, and then deciding, oh, just keeping grip. Yep, I'm going to go back for a double backflip.
And yet, amazingly makes it all the way to the front and goes towards the hill. Finally dying horribly.
Number 2 play of the weekend. That's Chuckbuster. What's his first shot on count him? Then down there in the water, that's Pookie for the killing spree, and then Squafala just jumps up, hit him right in the face for the triple kill.
You very infrequently see such a direct hit from such a large vehicle and such a large shell.
It is a large projectile. I believe it's the 12 gauge Sabo round that he's firing there. You can see here now he changes to the incendiary round for the shot. I was looking him up in the air there.
My most favourite thing is watching him come down now and thinking, this is in the bag. I've got this kill. There's no chance he can get me.
You can actually see the shockwave of Chuckbuster's shot heading straight for his groin there. Oh, I love that. Look at that explosion.
There really is nothing like watching Gruff getting incinerated quite so violently.
And comprehensively as the blood pours from his corpse and he falls to the ground. It's now time for our number 1 play of the week.
Timbo hungry.
It's the Perkinator. And look at him on this rampage here. Chuckbuster deploys the bubble shield to no effect at all. He just slams straight through that, picks up a double splatter. Just 2 of many splatters he's about to get on this particular run. You can see him constantly going back and forth between the beach and that fenced-in area. He doesn't care about getting any hill time. Look at that killing spree and the splatter spree. Look at, he's unstoppable, Perkinator. How would you describe what he's doing here?
Well, to me, he's very much like a worker bee, patrolling his hive. You know, lethal, but mindless.
He certainly doesn't seem to be taking any part in the game whatsoever. He certainly doesn't like being around any of the other players. Looking back to the garage, then flying through the hill, back to the beach, but picking up splatters one after the other, back down to the beach, back in through the gate. It's just unbelievable here.
He's really got notching up quite a lot of kills. What is that now, 8, 9?
It's gonna get even more as we watch you back to the water there, staying away from people. Kill them all! Nearly picking him up there with the laser, but he just managed to avoid it. Then finally coming around here, and with that explosion, spots Chuckbuster. Look at that!
What a dramatic kill, and bringing up his vehicular manslaughter.
And the killing frenzy, and the number 1 play of the week. Amazing play there, but he's not done yet. He keeps on going around here, spots the hill.
And this is where it really starts to get interesting.
Unfortunately, he's made a big mistake there, getting out of the ghost, which has served him so well. Alex jumps up out of his line of sight, and Timbo doesn't have the energy to lift his head that high.
Or too exhausted to lift his head up just 2 inches.
And there he is, look at that!
I'm a mega bunt.
Numan comes in and ends his spree, ends the vehicular manslaughter.
It's a fantastic go by Plopmanius, but yes, we just have to clarify the top player of the week was in fact Timbo. Alex is not quite there.
Thanks very much for being here, Perkinator.
And thank you very much, Chuck Bar. It's been delightful.
And we hope to see you all next time.